So today we have a 1976 Ford Bronco. She's been sitting for about 21 years. Not near as long as most of this stuff that we've been getting running. Has a 302 V8 in it. We got a 3 on the tree. We got 3 flat tires. Only one of them holds air. These will hold air for about 23 milliseconds. On the interior, we got the Rat Nest Deluxe package over here. Looks like it's got into some type of insulation right there. And the dash pad's a little rough. We do have the Bondo Performance here because if you touch it, it flakes off. We got about 80 pounds of that throughout the thing, more than likely. Maybe 20 pounds. We might not have full 80. We have the race package in the back. That's for lightweight. Same way with thing with the tailgate here. I can't really tell what year the license plate was last in, but I do know that they said it'd been sitting for 21 years. A little bit of rust here. We're missing a few vital pieces. The gas tank's completely rusted out, so we don't have to worry about there being water in the gas tank. Over here, that door don't really want to open. I guess we'll open the hood up and see what she looks like. Did have to put a wheel bearing in on this side so we could get her up on the trailer. Still had to put the lockout back on there. But that wheel was just completely falling off. Let's see here. Oh, it ain't even latched. There we go. We got let's see, got a little old 302. We're missing the cool wire and a spark plug wire. We do have the dirt daubers and the air cleaner as usual. Does have a battery on it that expired probably 21 or so years ago. We're missing the negative terminal. We're gonna get all this cleaned up here in a minute. Let's see. Well, let's have a screwdriver for that. The fan moves, but I'm not sure if the engine's locked up just yet. Let's see. I guess the main thing to do is we'll take this air cleaner off of here. Throw a battery on it here in a second once we make sure there ain't no animals living in the air cleaner. We'll see if she'll spin over. I'm not sure if the shift linkage is undone because on the column it doesn't feel like it's engaging. Let's see if it's moving anything. Oh, it is moving something. It's just real easy to shift. Okay. I figured it was loose, but we have shift linkage. That's good to know. Is the brake pedal froze? Yeah, as usual. Brake pedal's froze, but we're gonna put some brake juice in there and hopefully, you know, loosen that up a little bit. So before we pull that air cleaner off there, we're gonna use the handy dandy leaf blower and blow all that stuff off there. But I did notice we do have a gaping hole in the radiator right here. That can't be good for cooling. It looks like someone soldered it there, or them have been bent off. I'm not really sure. It may or may not leak. About got all that out of there. I'm telling you, anything that's in the dry, dirt daubers just love. That ought to do it. Looks like we got a little 2-barrel on here. Well, that boat just goes on forever. There we go. Oh, yeah. So all you always want to check. It's got the dirt the Dirt Dauber Performance package. At least it's not in the... Make sure there ain't any down in there. No Dirt Dauber. That carburetor soaked for about 35-40 minutes with some gas in it. I'm gonna take the distributor cap off of here and see how bad these points are. They're probably not too healthy, but, well, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Top of the cap still looks pretty good. That don't look too dirty. Well, there ain't much left of the points. Well, maybe not, because these are supposed to be a little thinner than the older ones. Hold that like that. Give it a sand, and we're going to try to use this cool and just see how that works out. It may be bad, it may not. Come on. That ought to be pretty good. Man, that don't look too terrible. May not be perfect though. Set that back on here. So we got the battery and everything on there. I'm gonna put a set of jumper cables on it and use the jumper cables to ground it and everything, because we're not getting good ground through the battery cable. I stripped this wire off and it does not seem like she's getting good ground wherever she's going. Just gonna hook these in here and run it down to the block and hope for the best. These right here normally work. Normally. They don't always. Hopefully. Well, there ain't no real good way to hook that up, is there? That'll do. Gonna hook both grounds up, just because if we don't, we might not have enough oomph. Huh. Just go try the key. Still nothing. Maybe this is the part of the problem with the key. Nope. We got 40 million wires running around here, but well, there's the problem. You don't hook the other jumper cable up, you ain't gonna get no power. There. Sometimes I wonder. Now let's try that again. Still nothing. It's almost like the key ain't. Turn it back to ACC then. Nope. So it's now the next day and we got a hot battery on it. We charged this one up and we've kind of figured out the electrical problem. The wire down there wasn't hooked up all the way on the old starter. It was kind of loose. Now the key is not going to work because I say some rats have chewed every wire that used to be up in there. It doesn't look like they're really that bad, but it's just a rat nest of wires to begin with, and there's a bunch of loose things, and I think this is supposed to be the horn. I know the light, well, the headlight switch is out, but other than that, you can see that big old rat nest over there, and that's probably the start of our problem. So we're just gonna jump it, and we're gonna put a hot wire to the cool. It probably don't work, so we're gonna have to change it out, but we're gonna see if it'll start off of that old thing. And something we haven't done yet is check the oil. See what we look like here. Well, she's a little, it looks like oil. It's on the full line. It's a little thick. It may be on the way to turning into grease instead of oil, but that's okay. The engine does turn over. Let's find this here. There we go. We do turn over, not very fast, but good enough to start it, hopefully. The battery is fully charged. We're just not getting a good ground, really, and that starter's pretty dadgum weak. So I'm gonna hook a hot wire up to that cool. We got gas in the carburetor. She should fire off, maybe. So we decided just to cheat and throw that MSD cool on there because cranked it over for a little while with that coil wired up and it would not start. So we're gonna go with that one and hopefully it'll start up off that. Give her a little crank and see what we get. Well, maybe not. Nothing. So we still got problems. So we ain't getting any fire past the distributor cap, and it may be due to all the cracks in it and everything like that. So we went and got a new one. We got the fancy performance version because that's all they had. This one adds 15 horse, they say, and it's blue. Hopefully it fits. It does not fit. Maybe it does. Does it fit? Yeah, it fits, but boy, it's loose. Okay, it fits. We're good. Open. Now, that should be right now. So we're going to change out the spark plugs because, well, I figure that's what's wrong with this whole thing. As you can see, this one right here has kind of seen better days, and this is one of the better ones. I went to town and got another set of spark plugs, so hopefully before it gets dark today, we can get these bad boys in and get this video up for you guys, because it's been a while since we posted one. If I can find the socket I just had about 2 seconds ago, I assume this is it. I was correct. This rear one's real hard to get because you got to go around the shift linkage. We might not change it at the moment. We might make sure this is actually going to do us any good, then figure that out. I'm gonna turn you guys off and get back with you once we get all these plugs in here so I don't bore you to death. So we're about ready to fire her up. The key still don't work, but we're just gonna jump her across here and fire her up. We got the cool getting juice. Next, we just spray some starting fluid in there and grab the gas on this side and see what we can do. Well, it tried. It tried. Well, we're getting spark. We're hooked up there like we should be. We're hooked up there, so should be. Well then, maybe not. We changed the battery out to one that has more spinny amps, and that should, you know, help it out a little bit. I think that Optima's dead again. I'm not sure. I charged it last night, but maybe it didn't fully charge. Put that in there and she may just fire off. Well, Oh, there we go. Okay, she's gonna run. The battery was dead. That was our problem. Try filling these up. Come on, keep going. Maybe not. Might have floated her out. Huh. Gonna have to say she might be a little flooded out. That old Autolite may not have liked sitting that long. Yeah, we flooded her a little bit. But she's gonna run. I'll turn you guys off in about 15-20 minutes. She should be dried out. I don't want to run that battery down or melt the starter down spinning her over, because I don't think that starter has too many more spins in it. So we're gonna try to get her to run off some gas now that she's had some time to think about everything. There we go. Maybe not. Sometime. Go back to the starting fluid then. It only likes starting fluid. Ones we've got running just love starting fluid. Don't sound too bad. No smoke. I let her die. I was gonna try to switch over to some gasoline here. There we go. We might be able to keep her running off this. There we go. Come on. She's got some carburetor problems. Well, she idle smooth off of that starting fluid. Now we're going to try to switch over to the... Nope. She just won't do it. So thank you guys for watching this video. We got this up and running after she's been setting for 21 years. We're not going to get her driving because we don't have the parts for that, and it'd take a couple weeks for them to get here. We got to get you guys a video. But thank you guys for watching. We got a lot more videos coming, and we still have that 104-year-old V8 we're going to get up and running, and we have a train car and an old tractor and a bunch of other stuff laying around that we got to get up and running. Just might take a little while. But if you like this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing, because we got a lot more videos like this, and also check out some of the other ones we got. See you in the next video.